What's up, music lovers? My name is Kev Rowe and I'm a working singer-songwriter. Today we're going to be talking about how to get social proof on Patreon. This is really important because a lot of times, actually you could almost call this video how to get more patrons on Patreon or how to get started on Patreon. Because really, it's this first step of getting the ball rolling, which is so important and kind of intimidating for a lot of people. It was for me, and I know it is for a lot of artists and musicians like me. So how do we get this baby going? How do we get social proof on this Patreon platform? Well, the obvious thing is the numbers. So on Patreon, they show how much you're raising per month or per video or per creation, and they also show how many followers you have. So getting those numbers going is important. So who do you think my first patron was? Me. and if you're not your first patron, you should be. Like the minute you've made a Patreon page, become your own patron, because at least there's somebody there. Like nobody wants to follow a Patreon page that has no followers. They're like, nobody's doing this. There's nothing happening here. So become your own patron. Then go think of your 10 most hardcore fans, family, friends. Ask them, dude, can you do me a favor and just like put in $1 and help me get this baby going? Then go out a little further. Maybe send out some emails. Hey, I've got this new thing. You want to get like 10, 20 patrons in the system so that you can show your social proof. Then other people see that and go, okay, this is at least legitimate, and I'm putting my credit card into something where I know other people have put their credit card and they're not getting ripped off, and I see that there's action here. Which brings me to part number 2, content and consistency. Number of posts. You got to start making posts and showing that there's action here. So you're committing to producing content. The other thing is engagement. In your page itself, you've got to do anything it takes to show people that other people are excited about you, want to support you, and have become patrons. That's really, really important. So on my homepage for Patreon, I show pictures of my fans holding up CDs. You can put in reviews. You can say, my most popular video has 300,000 views on Facebook. Or somehow you have to show that social proof for people to go, oh man, this dude's really got it going on over here. Now he's starting something over here. Let's help him on Patreon because I want to be a part of this. So social proof is really important in general. So I would say the 3 steps are show your numbers, get engagement with the content, and then the last one is communicating that growth to the rest of the world. So once you've got people coming in as patrons, you want to make sure that growth translates and communicates with Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, your email list, your website, all these other platforms. You have to reflect that growth and be happy about it. You have to be like, yo, man, now I've got 100 patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting my music. Hey, and by the way, if anyone would like to join us, there's some sweet stuff happening over here. So it's about growing that. Now, a lot of this I learned doing crowdfunding with Kickstarter, Pledge Music, and Indiegogo. But Patreon is different. You can take a little longer. This stuff takes time. I mean, I'm about 2 years into using Patreon. For the first year, I had nobody. I had set up my page and an idea for what it would be, and I never really used it. I wanted to see what would happen, and I got a secret for you. Nothing happens until you make it happen. So, become your first patron, and then get your family and friends to jump on board. Even tell them, yo, could you be my patron for like a couple months and then you can drop out if you want. I just need to get something going here. They don't drop out. They want to see what you're up to. It's $1. And then once you get the numbers going, communicate that success to the rest of the world. You may have seen some of my videos, how I went to $2,000 in only 5 months on Patreon. That was one of my ways of communicating to the rest of the world. Yo, I've got success going on here. You guys should check it out. I have some things that I could teach you about how to grow a business. When it comes to my Patreon page, I have like 2 target audiences. My music fans, the people who love my music, and other musicians who want to learn how to market their music. So those are the audiences that I work with, and they're a part of my number systems in reporting those to each other. So one kind of feeds the other. But yeah, getting social proof on Patreon is really important, and it will help you get more patrons, and it's one of the first things you should focus on in general. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to me here on YouTube, please. I'll appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.